Have you ever thought about a day when everything is just done? A day where every single choice has been made, every path has been walked, and every outcome is set in stone. No redos, no second chances. That's what we're diving into today. The idea of a final decree, a moment of absolute, irreversible conclusion.
So check out this verse. It really sets the whole tone for what we're about to explore. It gives this stark warning about a day of regret, a time when, and I quote, "the matter will be concluded." But the really chilling part? It says this all happens while people are in a state of heedlessness and do not believe. So what on earth does that mean? Let's unpack it. The verse actually gives this day a very specific name, Yawma al-Hasrah, or the day of regret. But the word used here in Arabic, hasra, isn't just about feeling a little sorry for something you did. No, this is something much, much deeper. It's a very specific, kind of soul-crushing form of regret.
Okay, so what is al-Hasrah? The one word you need to remember here is irreversible. That is the absolute key. It's that unique, gut-wrenching sorrow you feel when you lose something good, and you know with 100% certainty that you can never get it back. The door's closed, locked, and the key is gone. That finality is what makes this regret so devastating. Here's a really simple way to get the difference. Imagine a student who fails a monthly test. That stings, right? It's not great. But you know you can study harder, you can ace the next few tests, and you can recover. That's ordinary regret. But what if that same student fails the final exam? That's it. Game over. The entire year is gone. There's no going back. That deep, hollow feeling of a completely irreversible loss, that's just a tiny glimpse of what al-Hasrah feels like. And that feeling, that ultimate regret, is directly linked to the next part of the verse we read, when the matter will be concluded. The Arabic phrase for this is qudiya al-amr, and it carries this incredible weight of absolute, undeniable finality.
So, what does it really mean for a matter to be concluded in this way? It's not just that it's over. It means the verdict is in, the event has happened, and it's now a fixed, unchangeable fact of reality. It can't be reversed, it can't be changed, and it definitely can't be delayed. It is simply done.
Why is it so absolute? Well, you just have to look at the source of the command. This decree comes directly from God. There is no higher court. There's no one you can appeal to. There's no one to challenge the ruling. It is final, period. So how is this ultimate finality actually demonstrated? The sources describe this absolutely breathtaking, climactic event that just seals everyone's fate forever. It's a moment where death itself dies. Okay, so try to picture this scene. The judgment is over. The people of paradise are in their eternal home enjoying their reward, and the people of hell are in theirs. The two groups are totally separate, each in their final, permanent destination.
And then something totally unbelievable happens. Right there, in the space between paradise and hell, death itself is brought out for everyone to see. And it's not some abstract concept, it's personified, brought forth in the shape of a ram. A call goes out, first to the people of paradise and then to the people of hell, and they're all asked the exact same simple question. Do you recognize this?
And from both realms, the answer is immediate and unanimous. There's no confusion. Everyone knows exactly what they're looking at. They all say, yes, it is death. And in that moment, right there for all to see, the ram, death itself, is slaughtered. Then a proclamation echoes across everything, sealing every fate for good. To the people of paradise, eternity and no more death. And to the people of hell, eternity and no more death. That single act makes both realities permanent. So the death of death. Wow. That has an immediate and just massive effect. It solidifies two completely opposite and now permanent realities. One of pure, everlasting bliss, and the other of endless, crushing despair. I mean, just think about the impact on both sides. For the people of paradise, any tiny nagging fear that their happiness might someday end, it's just gone. Poof. Their joy is now truly, completely eternal. But for the people of hell, this very same event snuffs out the last faint glimmer of hope they might have had. You know, the idea that maybe, just maybe, one day death could be an escape. Well, that exit is now permanently closed. Their despair becomes so absolute, so all-consuming, that they will actually cry out to Moloch, the angel guarding hell, and they'll beg for the one thing that no longer exists. They'll plead for an end, for oblivion, but it's too late. The final escape route is gone forever. So this brings us all the way back to that first verse. Why did this happen? How did things get to this point of ultimate regret? The verse gives us a direct cause, a state of being called ghafla, or heedlessness. Now, it's really important to get what ghafla means. It's not the same as just being ignorant. It's not about not knowing something. It's about knowing a truth, the evidence is right there in your face, but you choose to turn away from it. It's kind of like hearing a fire alarm blaring, but instead of leaving the building, you just decide to put on your headphones and ignore it. It's a deliberate distraction from an undeniable reality. So what's this clear truth that people become so heedless of? Well, the most universal one is death itself. And what's fascinating is how this reality is presented to us. It's been made deliberately ambiguous in 3 key ways. We have no idea when it will happen, we don't know the exact cause, and we have no clue where it will take place. And you see, that's the whole point. The ambiguity is the message. The fact that we don't know the details isn't a flaw, it's the feature. The fact that death could show up at any moment, for any reason, in any place is the universe's biggest call to action. It's a constant reminder to live with purpose, to live with awareness, and not in that state of heedlessness. And that leaves us with one final, pretty heavy thought. Everything we've talked about today points to an irreversible end, a final conclusion. So if the end is truly absolute and the decree is truly final, then the most important question isn't really about that day. It's about this one. What then is the value of today?